Have you ever been told you look younger than your age? Maybe it catches you off guard. Maybe you smile politely, shrug, and say good genes. But what if it's not just genetics? What if there are reasons real hidden reasons, why you carry youth not just on your face, but in your spirit? Because here's what I've come to believe. Youthfulness isn't just about collagen or skin routines. It's about alignment. It's about how you move through the world, and there are patterns, habits, mindsets, emotional choices that preserve us in ways no cream or serum ever could. Let's talk about 6 of them. First, you lead with curiosity, not certainty. People who stay youthful don't think they've got life figured out. They stay open, they ask questions, they explore. Curiosity keeps the brain awake, the heart light, and the soul engaged. It replaces judgment with wonder, and that kind of mindset, it shows up in your energy, in your presence, and yes, even in your skin. Second, you've learned to let go of resentment. Holding on to bitterness ages us more than time ever could. It's a weight, and when you release it, not for them, but for something shifts. Peace is the most underrated skincare. Emotional hygiene is what brings glow, softness, ease. Forgiveness, though hard, is youth, preserving. Third, you play. You find joy in small things. Maybe it's music, maybe it's movement, maybe it's laughter that comes from your belly, not your head. You haven't lost touch with the part of you that remembers what it means to be light. That version of you, the playful one, that's the fountain of youth right there. Fourth, you choose purpose over pressure. When you align your life with what matters, stress doesn't eat you alive. It's not that you don't work hard, it's that your work feeds you instead of draining you. People with purpose have a calm fire behind their eyes. It slows the aging process from the inside out. Fifth, you surround yourself with energy that lifts. You've become intentional with your circle. You don't entertain drama for the sake of companionship. You're not addicted to chaos. You seek peace, depth, and connection. And that emotional safety, it slows time down, because tension carves lines in the soul long before it reaches the face. And sixth, you love yourself, not perfectly, but consistently. You show up for yourself. You've learned to be kind inside your own mind, to rest when you're tired, to nourish when you're depleted, and to speak to yourself with softness instead of shame. That inner kindness radiates. It becomes visible, not just in your face, but in the way people feel around you. So maybe people think it's just good genes. Maybe they think it's your moisturizer, but you know different. It's how you live. It's what you choose to carry. It's what you've chosen to let go. Youth isn't something you chase. It's something you preserve by honoring who you are every single day. People who are genuinely youthful tend to carry an innate curiosity about the world. It's a mindset that sets them apart, not because they seek to stay young in a physical sense, but because curiosity keeps them engaged with life in a way that helps them avoid stagnation. The curiosity I'm talking about isn't just about asking questions. It's a mindset that embraces discovery and exploration with an open heart and mind. When you stay curious, your brain remains agile, your spirit stays light, and your interactions with the world are filled with possibilities rather than routine. The truth is, as we grow older, the temptation is to become more certain about things, to lock ourselves into familiar patterns, and to view life through a lens of experience that sometimes leads to complacency. But those who retain a youthful appearance and energy refuse to settle into certainty. They don't assume they have it all figured out. Instead, they remain engaged with life as it evolves, always ready to learn something new or see things from a different perspective. They challenge their own thinking and open themselves up to fresh insights, whether it's from a book, a conversation, or a new experience. This constant hunger for knowledge creates a kind of mental flexibility, keeping their minds sharp and their outlook positive. Curiosity also fosters a sense of wonder. When you're genuinely interested in the world around you, you notice the little things, whether it's the beauty of a sunrise, the texture of a conversation, or the complexity of a subject you've just begun to understand. Life becomes richer. You stop taking things for granted, and your ability to find joy in the simple, small moments increases. It's this appreciation for the present moment that contributes to a youthful demeanor. People who are curious tend to smile more because they see the potential for discovery everywhere they look. Curiosity also fuels creativity. When you're curious, you're not bound by what has always been done. You're constantly looking for new ways to approach old problems, new solutions to familiar challenges. This creative energy doesn't just help in personal growth. It's reflected in your interactions, your choices, and even the way you express yourself. Whether it's through art, work, or relationships, creative people tend to exude an energy that's inherently youthful, because they're always moving forward, always reinventing. Moreover, curiosity is a way of staying connected to the people around you. It makes you a better listener and a more thoughtful conversationalist. People who are truly curious ask questions because they genuinely want to understand others, not just because they want to fill the silence or direct the conversation. This makes interactions more meaningful and the relationships deeper. It's this sense of connection that also contributes to a youthful spirit. It keeps you engaged, emotionally healthy, and socially vibrant. In the end, curiosity is more than just asking questions. It's a way of being, an approach to life that keeps you open, light, and full of energy. It helps you grow, learn, and remain engaged with the world in ways that prevent you from becoming jaded or stuck. When you make curiosity a habit, it's not just your mind that benefits. It's your body, your spirit, and the way you interact with everything around you. Curiosity keeps you young not because of what you know, but because of how open you are to learning, growing, and living with wonder. Holding on to resentment is one of the most subtle and powerful ways we age faster, not just in our bodies, but in our spirits. As we move through life, we inevitably encounter moments of hurt, disappointment, and betrayal. These emotional wounds can feel like heavy burdens, and the natural reaction is often to hold on to them, whether consciously or unconsciously. But the truth is, resentment is a poison. It slowly seeps into our being, affecting not just our emotional well-being but our physical health as well. The longer we hold on to resentment, the more it shapes how we experience the world and how others experience us. And over time, this emotional weight takes its toll on our appearance and our energy. When we harbor resentment, we remain tethered to past experiences. We live in the shadows of old hurts, replaying the same narrative over and over in our minds. This cycle of bitterness consumes our mental space and prevents us from being present. Every time we think about the person or situation that caused us pain, we give it more power, more energy. The constant reliving of these negative emotions creates a kind of internal tension. Over time, this tension manifests itself physically, showing up as wrinkles in our face, tightness in our posture, and a general feeling of being weighed down. The lines that form on our faces aren't just from the passage of time. They're also the physical manifestation of unresolved anger, disappointment, and frustration. But when we make the conscious choice to let go of resentment, something remarkable happens. The release of these emotional burdens creates space for peace. Peace doesn't just feel good emotionally, it reflects in your body. When you let go of anger and bitterness, your muscles relax, your heart beats more easily, and your energy levels rise. People who have let go of past resentments tend to have a lighter, more relaxed demeanor. They radiate a sense of calm and acceptance, and they don't carry the weight of old wounds in the way they move or the way they speak. Their presence is open, inviting, and warm, and they don't have to work hard to project positivity. It comes naturally. Forgiveness is the key to letting go of resentment, but it's not always easy. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the behavior that hurt us. It doesn't even necessarily mean reconciling with the person who caused the harm. Forgiveness is about freeing ourselves from the grip of that emotional pain. It's a decision to no longer let the past define our present. When we forgive, we stop giving our power to the people or situations that hurt us. Instead of remaining tied to those experiences, we begin to create new ones, grounded in peace rather than pain. This process of emotional release doesn't just affect how we feel, it impacts how we interact with others and how we approach life. People who forgive don't hold grudges, and as a result, they don't build walls around themselves. They remain open to new relationships, new opportunities, and new experiences because they aren't dragging the past along with them. Their minds are free, and so are their hearts. In the end, letting go of resentment is a practice of self-care, one that doesn't just benefit your emotional health but your physical health as well. By releasing anger and bitterness, you create the conditions for youthfulness to flourish. You look younger because you are free. You feel lighter because you've chosen to shed the weight of the past. And you radiate a peace that not only preserves your inner vitality, but enhances your outer presence. When you let go of resentment, you give yourself the gift of living fully in the present, of being alive to the possibilities, the joys, and the wonders of the moment. There's something timeless about play. We often associate it with childhood, those carefree days spent running, laughing, and exploring without a care in the world. But what if I told you that the key to maintaining youthfulness as we age is not just in our ability to work hard or stay disciplined, but in our willingness to play? That's right, play is one of the most powerful, yet underrated, ways to stay young, both in spirit and in appearance. Play is more than just fun, it's a mindset. It's about embracing life with a sense of curiosity, freedom, and joy. Adults who retain a youthful energy are those who haven't completely lost the ability to find fun in the little things. They might be busy with responsibilities, but they carve out time to laugh, move, and experience the world in a way that reminds them that life doesn't always have to be serious. Play keeps the body and mind agile and connected, making it a key ingredient for preserving vitality. When we engage in playful activities, we release endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones. These chemicals are powerful mood boosters and stress relievers. In fact, laughter and play are often the quickest and most effective ways to reduce tension and boost our emotional well-being. The benefits are not just emotional, they're physical as well. By lowering stress levels, play reduces the amount of cortisol, the stress hormone, in our bodies, which is known to contribute to aging. Chronic stress accelerates aging, both mentally and physically, and it shows up as fatigue, wrinkles, and even illness. But when we prioritize play, we give our bodies a chance to reset, restore, and rejuvenate. Play also promotes creativity. When you engage in playful activities, whether it's dancing, painting, playing a game, or simply engaging in spontaneous fun, you tap into your creative brain. This creative energy flows into all areas of your life, sparking new ideas and solutions to problems, and keeping your mind sharp. People who play don't feel stuck in the routines or limitations of their daily lives. They're open to new experiences, new ways of thinking, and new adventures. This sense of novelty and creativity leads to a sense of fulfillment and purpose, both of which contribute to a youthful outlook on life. Another aspect of play that's often overlooked is its ability to connect us with others. Whether you're playing a game with friends, enjoying a spontaneous outing with family, or simply engaging in a fun conversation, play fosters connection. It strips away the barriers we often put up in more serious contexts and helps us relate to others on a human level. Laughter and fun are universal languages, and when you share those experiences with others, you build bonds that are nurturing and uplifting. Positive relationships, rooted in fun and play, help reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation, which are linked to a decline in health and vitality as we age. Moreover, play encourages us to stay active in ways that are enjoyable rather than burdensome. Think of how a child will run around with boundless energy. There's no sense of obligation or effort behind their movement. When adults engage in playful activities like dancing, hiking, or even playing sports, they experience the same sense of liberation. The body is designed for movement, and when we incorporate play into our routines, we make fitness something enjoyable rather than something we have to do. The more active we are in playful ways, the more we improve our cardiovascular health, strengthen muscles, and increase flexibility, all things that contribute to a youthful physique. In the end, play isn't just about having fun, it's a powerful tool for preserving youth. It's a practice that keeps our bodies healthy, our minds sharp, and our hearts light. Adults who embrace play are those who continue to laugh, learn, and grow with each passing year. They know that life is too short to be taken too seriously. They recognize that the key to staying young isn't about avoiding responsibilities, it's about weaving joy into the fabric of daily life. So, if you want to feel younger, start playing more. Whether it's through movement, laughter, or simply embracing the joy of the present moment, play is your gateway to eternal youthfulness. Living with purpose is one of the most powerful ways to preserve not just your vitality, but also your sense of self and overall well-being as you age. In a world that often places emphasis on external achievements or status, people who live with a deep sense of purpose approach life differently. They find meaning in their actions, stay grounded in their values, and engage with life in ways that bring them fulfillment. And that sense of purpose has an undeniable impact on how young, or how old, they feel. When you live with purpose, you're driven by something greater than external rewards like promotions, recognition, or material success. Purpose comes from within. It's the belief that what you're doing matters, whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your personal passions. People who live purposefully have a sense of clarity about what they want to contribute to the world, and that clarity is reflected in everything they do. They don't move through life reacting to the demands of others or getting caught up in the rat race of comparison. Instead, they know what they're about, and they align their actions with their deeper values. Purpose gives you a reason to wake up each morning with intention. It's not about going through the motions or merely ticking off a to-do list. People with purpose approach each day with excitement because they know that what they're doing has significance. This sense of alignment with one's values fosters a positive mindset, and here's the thing, a positive mindset doesn't just make you feel good. It has tangible effects on your body. Stress, negativity, and the feeling of being adrift in life are often linked to physical signs of aging, wrinkles, fatigue, and even compromised immune function. But when you feel a sense of purpose, your body responds with energy, resilience, and vitality. Furthermore, living with purpose provides an incredible buffer against stress. Life is full of challenges, and we all face difficult moments, but those with a strong sense of purpose are far better equipped to handle adversity. They see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. When something difficult arises, they ask themselves, how can I learn from this? How can this experience bring me closer to my goals or values? Purpose gives people the strength to face tough times with optimism, resilience, and determination, all of which contribute to emotional and physical well-being. Additionally, purpose impacts how we interact with others. People who know their why are able to connect more deeply with others because their actions are authentic. They don't have to put on a facade or act out of obligation. They are living in alignment with who they are. This authenticity creates a sense of trust and respect from those around them, strengthening relationships and building a sense of community. Positive, supportive relationships are crucial to maintaining youthfulness. They lift our spirits, provide a sense of belonging, and offer emotional nourishment. People who are isolated or disconnected often experience feelings of loneliness, which can lead to a decline in both mental and physical health. But when we live with purpose, we naturally attract people who share similar values, fostering connections that keep us emotionally vibrant. Perhaps most importantly, living with purpose creates a sense of long-term fulfillment. Those who live purposefully aren't just focused on immediate rewards, they're playing the long game. They're invested in creating a life that, when looked at from a distance, reflects their passions, values, and aspirations. This long-term perspective gives life a deeper sense of meaning, and it's that meaning that keeps us grounded and full of energy, even as we age. People who live with purpose rarely fall into the trap of burnout because their work, whether it's their career or personal projects, is meaningful to them. When you're aligned with your purpose, the energy you invest doesn't deplete you, it replenishes you. In the end, living with purpose is one of the most effective ways to keep yourself feeling young, because it infuses your life with meaning, direction, and energy. It gives you clarity about what truly matters and helps you navigate life's challenges with resilience. Purpose gives you the mental and emotional strength to face adversity with grace and the joy of knowing you're contributing something valuable to the world. When you live with purpose, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. And that's a recipe for true youthfulness. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our lives, far more than most realize. Whether we're conscious of it or not, the energy of the people around us shapes how we feel, how we think, and ultimately, how we live. One of the most important practices for maintaining a youthful outlook on life is being intentional about the relationships we nurture. Choosing to surround ourselves with positive, uplifting people isn't just a choice for our emotional well-being. It's a choice for our health, vitality, and long-term happiness. When we spend time with people who uplift and inspire us, we experience less stress and more joy. Positive energy is contagious. When you're around people who are optimistic, kind, and supportive, their energy is reflected